Hello, friends. Happy Monday. We're coming at you from the offices and from the mobile offices as Lisa Cadillac Mack fills her abundant Monday this morning. Hello, Mother.
Hello, daughter.
And we've got Dory Anderson tuning in. And hello, Grandma.
Back.
Hi, Nan. All right. Well, we've got the three Jens listening in and tuning in here this morning for our Miracle Monday on Lunch and Learn. And the week of Christmas, it is here. It is upon us. And anything that you want to add to start us off, Mom, or should I just throw my thoughts in the barrel? In the barrel?
Is it a barrel? Are we throwing things into barrels now? Is that a guaranteed win if you do that? How close are you to the barrel?
It sounds big enough to be right, like to catch it.
Oh, perfect then. No, then you please just go right ahead and throw them in there.
Okay, here we go. All right, friends. So continuing our conversation from our absolutely wonderful message this morning in Voxer. And if you haven't listened to that, I would actually recommend that you pause this video, head back over there and listen to that first, because Liz Mack brought you some great ideas about how to continue your serene holiday season with maybe some challenging conversations or maybe some challenging folks in your life that sometimes the holidays can bring. And so we want to make sure that you feel positive and joyful as you continue through your holiday season and find those opportunities where you can release, right? And so when it comes to these things, and I'm going to give you guys some specific scenarios that you might encounter. You might know someone that might encounter these. And so we're just going to give you some tools so that you can be as confident and positive as possible in your holiday celebration season. So one thing that Mom mentioned is kind of being willing to show up different. If you have either maybe someone doesn't quite understand your Mary Kay business, or they're just not quite willing. Maybe they're not quite willing to understand, and that's okay. But we love our businesses, right? And so we get to represent them with positivity. So if you know already that you might be walking into a situation where someone would ask you a question that you're not quite sure how to answer, or you'd rather just not talk about it, sometimes it's good to just be prepared. So maybe there's a conversation that always tends to come up. What if you thought through that in advance? Maybe on your way there, or even a couple days before you leave, thinking, how could I acknowledge this person, the person standing in front of me, that maybe isn't quite talking how I would prefer? Acknowledge them, acknowledge their question, and then let's just change the topic, right? Let's just talk about something else. Maybe you could ask them about their career. Maybe there's a similar question that they've asked you that you could ask them. Maybe it would even pause and help them pause and think for a second that, maybe I could have reworded that when asking that Mary Kay consultant about her business. So remember, we have the chance to show up differently. That doesn't always mean that the people we're around are going to show up differently. Sometimes in time they will, and sometimes they won't. And that's okay, right? We can love people where they're at. And so that's where it comes into the releasing of these challenging conversations and just being willing to be positive, be joyful, and change that topic if you need to. And if you need to, friends, maybe you just need to say, I gotta go grab a plate of food. I am starving. Or those desserts look so good. Do you want me to grab you one? It's okay. It's okay to not engage in every conversation, right? Same goes for social media and things you might see online. Let's keep it positive, let's keep it joyful, and let's keep it celebrating the reason for the season after all, which is Jesus's birthday, which is pretty cool. What a great pivotal conversation moment to say, hey, thanks for asking. Let's go celebrate Jesus's birthday, huh? And man, that would really catch someone by surprise, right? So if you need some verbiage ideas, your sales directors are always here to help you continue to be confident when addressing your family and friends about your Mary Kay business in whatever context that it may be. And we want you to continue to think about the real reason for the season and release some of that other stuff. Same goes for whether you're hosting or going somewhere. We know that getting out the door can be an abundant time. And just trying to get through the day, like my mom said this morning in Voxer, maybe just getting through the day is a win for you. So find those opportunities to celebrate and release the rest. Find those opportunities to be a positive influence or to just change the subject if you gotta, right? So that's my thoughts for you a little bit there. Being prepared with some words and then being willing to release the conversation. Any follow-up or feedback on that, my little pink Cadillac sleigh?
Yeah. Thank you. We're going to use this holder and I'm going to just not look while I'm driving out here. Yeah,
Sure.
thank you, Cece, for addressing what can happen business-wise. And then I want to use the whole umbrella of seeing people in general and general conversations that you have with them. And if you see people during Christmas time or your celebrations in the next week or two, that maybe you're just challenged by them. Maybe they're challenging relationships for your whole life, or maybe they're new challenging relationships, or maybe you guys just don't see eye to eye on many different things. If you go in with a totally different mindset of the do unto others as you would have them do unto you, which is going to be our theme for the week, and never mind the response that you get or the attitude or the anything that you get, it's up to you to treat people as you would wish to be treated. It doesn't matter how they've treated you in the past. It doesn't matter how things went down in the past. Relationships that you see with maybe your kids or your family or someone that you see during the holidays, whatever, you can show up differently to these events and these conversations, and you can change new history, your new holidays going forward. If in the past, someone always, showed up late, or someone always gave someone a hard time about something or whatever, you don't have to respond the same way that you did. You can respond differently. And it doesn't mean anything will change with the situation. It can just simply mean that you showed up differently. You showed up more confidently or courageously or bravely, or just simply with more love and compassion. And you're not going to engage in perhaps conversations that would have bothered you or bothered that person or brought about some anxiety or anything. Dad and I had, Dad, to you, Cece. It would be my husband to anyone else watching, and son-in-law to my mother, who's also on here. We had dinner recently with some friends, and when Terry and I went into the dinner, we talked in advance. I'm like, okay, let's be mindful of the topics that we talk about. Here are things that we know are good topics to talk about. Here are other topics that might be a little sparky, might engage, in conversations that maybe you don't want to have right now. Mm-hmm. And especially you guys in the last 3 years, this is all possible, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you don't go down that road of some of those big topics that you're not going to have the same opinion on. And you don't have to, because you can love people and love their opinion and where they're at and not have to try and change it or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we did this. I was like, babe, here are the list of many things we can still talk about. And it was a huge list. And he thanked me and he's like, yep, you're right. Okay. And during the evening, only one time did one thing come up that I was like, I tapped him under the table because I was like, this could go a direction that maybe we don't want to go right now. Uh-huh. And it ended very quickly. It was not bad. It ended quickly. But I was ready. I was ready with the next thing. And it was going to be so random. I was pointing at the menu because we were out to dinner. I was just going to hold my finger there. Like you said, with plate of food. Or things just don't.
Uh-oh. Okay, you're cutting out just a little bit, but I think we're getting the gist on changing it, the topic to a plate of food, right? Are you back? Say something else.
I don't think she's back.
Say something else, Mom. Darn, I think we might have lost your audio. Well, you look really good driving with those meters now. Oh, I heard shoot.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, now you're going.
Maybe she has
Okay, it took itself off the car and it put itself back on the car. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, I was saying, you can just quickly switch it, right?
Yep,
Have
yep.
just some random else to talk about.
Oh, it's being naughty.
Oh, darn. There she went. Okay, well, I'm still here and we're still recording. So I think that was a great example of just being willing and again to be prepared with that next sentence or prepared with that opportunity to just switch the topic, talk about something different, and just be willing to walk away if you need to. And it's all about protecting our energy and protecting our mental health, our space, and the rest of our holiday season. Because just because you're walking in thinking, gosh, this could come up, or, something could be asked about my business that I don't know how to answer, or what have you, doesn't mean that it has to ruin the day, right? And you guys, we have the opportunity to decide that in advance, that we can come in going, okay, these things might come up. Here's a way that I could challenge that thought or provide a different perspective or simply change the subject while acknowledging the person staying in front of you, but just simply changing the subject and enjoying the rest of your evening. So again, we know that, these things are not perfect, and family dynamics, friend dynamics, there's so many different challenges and there's so many different opinions. And that is really the beauty of human nature, isn't it? That's the beauty of the opportunity of bringing people that are both like and unlike together. And we find more similarities than even differences most of the time, right? We have the opportunity to find those similarities. And sometimes you learn something about someone that you never even knew. So maybe you could take a quick Google, honestly, like try this. Just Google unique conversation starters. Or you could head over to Vanessa Van Edwards' Science of People website. I bet you anything she would have some great conversation starters for you. And just look up something different and say, hey, I'm trying this new conversation starter. Can I try it on you? And just ask them. And maybe it's, what's your latest passion project? Maybe it's, what is something you have always wanted to fulfill but haven't done yet? Or where's the last place you've traveled to and would you go back? Tell me more. What are some unique things that you guys could do to have more meaningful conversations with the people in your life and go past that more surface level, sometimes challenging conversations, and get into them as a human being? Always remember at the end of the day, friends, to have grace. And again, treating people as you wish to be treated, if not better, but continue to have grace with those around you, remembering that everyone is fighting a battle that we don't know anything about, and that we have the opportunity to bring positivity and joy, especially on this holiday season. So with that, Merry Christmas. I am so excited to see our local team tomorrow at our Christmas party. And we hope that you guys gain something thoughtful and thought-provoking from this message. Merry Christmas, Nan.
Thank you. And to you too. Can't wait to see you.
We're going to have a blast. We appreciate you guys watching back. Thank you. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.